Poetry is often just a few words of wisdom which might mingle with other things in our mind, but which come unasked to remind us that truths are constant cohabitants. It's we who fail to invite them into our lives. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you are listening to Uncut Poetry. Mother's rambling lessons on life imparted in morning walks in my childhood. It was a passage like an arbor of fragrance and remembrance, the time mother matched my steps, the time she knew all the flowers. We'd still not started counting life as days marked by events. We still didn't know we were stitches of days we'd remember as days gone by. She pointed out patches of bluebells which grew randomly between the roses. There's beauty in this wildness, love. It's the soul's wilderness we need to preserve. She told stories of the spirit when things were right or horribly wrong, how she entangled herself in herself but let butterflies lift the net. I loved her as a messy hero. She was ready to fight in the trenches, but battlefields were always victory grounds merely for the fact she got down to fight. But the stories I liked best were the gentlest she'd ever told, when she hid her histories of hurt and tended those who had broken her soul. Who are we, she said, if not survivors to life's treacherous curveballs? We think we are helping others when all we do is to save our own souls. Her walk is now a shuffle as I walk faster on the path. Her stories have still not ended. She points out bluebells, but with a tired smile. My mother, like so many other mothers, is a treasure house of tales, but with a twist. She is the hero of all her stories. More than the classical tales of Mahabharata and Ramayana, more than the O. Henrys and Guy de Maupassants, which I devoured whilst growing up, her tales were the ones which had the deepest influence. How her resilience won over indignities piled on her in a traditional Indian family. How she turned the tables in favor of a charity she was working with when a government official poured caste slurs on her. How her relentless kindness won over a trouble-loving neighbor. A lot of what I am, I realize, is because of those tales. But here's what started happening as I grew. I thought the tales were narcissistic, as they only talked about the glory of her. For a time, I started to just walk away when she commenced her stories. Till one day, I was telling my son about something I'd done which had won me accolades in the office. And in a flash of epiphany, I realized what my mum had been doing for years. Our stories of victory or loss, of kindness and redemption, of things which went well and which didn't, are our character sketches, where we could be either perfect villains or flawed heroes, but where we realize how our learnings are a talisman and our stories of wounds are our one true memorable legacy. This is Sunil Bhandari, and you've been listening to Uncut Poetry. Did you enjoy what you heard? Share it with someone you love and follow Uncut Poetry on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Ghana, or anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Do you know Uncut Poetry has started another podcast called Red River Sessions, where we talk to new poets and delve into their lives and talk to them about the craft of poetry. Catch it on iTunes, Spotify. It's called Uncut Poetry Presents Red River Sessions. See you next week.